One of the most amazing things about teenagers is you guys have this unbelievable ability to find patterns. It's like your brains are just always wired for finding patterns, shortcuts, ways you can cut through all the dumb stuff and find a trick and then use that to basically make life easier. I'm not criticizing. This is an evolutionary advantage. There's a lot of stuff that you have to learn in a short time, and pattern recognition is why teenagers are good learners and boomers are not. They have lost their pattern recognition abilities. So use that. Okay, this is an advantage you have that is going to outweigh the fact that you might not know what the formula is to calculate the number of tiles in a hexagonal pattern. Right? Who knows that formula? I don't know it. But we can use pattern recognition to find out how to estimate the number of tiles without actually going around and counting, right? That would be the slowest possible way. So I want to point out the pattern here. First, you have a central tile. Obviously, there's only one in the center. But around that thing, you have 6 tiles. Okay, that's in the first ring. Okay, that's this red arrow that I've drawn here. In the green arrow, the second ring, you've got 12 tiles if you count those up. In the third ring, that's the numbers that I put in purple. I had to count it just to make sure, but that is 18 tiles. So can you see the pattern that's developing? The center ring is kind of an oddball, but after that, we just do +6 each time, +6. And if you wanted, you could try a fourth ring, and you would find there's 24 tiles in that ring. Okay, so I want to know how many tiles are going to be in the 11th ring. Well, it's going to be a bunch, and what we have to do eventually is figure out how many tiles are needed to create the entire mosaic. Okay, so to calculate how many tiles are needed, you need the first tile, plus the first ring around the tile, plus the second ring, plus the third ring, plus, until we get to the 11th ring. Okay, so it might actually, this is not that many numbers to add up. Let's actually go through this. Say 18 plus 6, that's going to be 24 right there. And then plus 6, that's going to be 30. Plus 6, that's going to be 36. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only 6 rings out. There's more rings to go. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so in the 7th ring, I have 42 tiles. In the 8th ring, I have 48. 9th ring, 54, 60 in the 10th, and 66 tiles in the 11th ring. So go ahead and add them up, right? 1 plus 6 plus yada, yada, yada. You'll eventually get to 397. Okay, there are also shortcuts that we could use to add these numbers quicker. It's called an arithmetic series. But I think rather than introduce a formula to remember, a problem like this is easier and quicker to work through if you find the pattern, and as long as it's not a huge gross number of things that we have to add up, and 12 numbers is not that bad, let's just go ahead and plug those in.